Okay, so this is interesting. Leveon Bell says, even before the games, I would smoke. I'd go out there and run for 150 and 2 touchdowns. That's crazy. If y'all remember, Le'Veon Bell went on like a 3 or 4 year stretch where he was literally the best running back in the league. I mean, the man was killing it. The league suspended him in 2016. He missed 3 games and he still had 1,800 yards from scrimmage. I mean, that's insane. My thing is, I can understand a performance enhancement drug, right? You inject something, you take a pill to make your muscles bigger, make you run faster. That's crazy. That's an unfair advantage. But weed? Dude, weed? Why is that? That does not give you an advantage at all. Like this, if I smoke, I wouldn't be able to run down a flight of steps. I mean, if this guy's getting high and rushing for 150 yards, I mean, not only should that not be a penalty, but you should give this man a badge. Like, how good would you have been if you wasn't high, right? Maybe sober you. If I'm the opposing coach, I'm buying the weed for you, because if you can do that high, you probably would have gashed us for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns if you were sober. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to. That's not an unfair advantage. Smoking weed. There's this. You're not coordinated. It slows you down. You're not breathing as good. So I don't understand the league's prohibition against weed. Who cares if they smoke? And the crazy thing about weed being illegal in the first place is that the history behind it is wild, right? And this is a fact. Look this up. This is not a conspiracy. This is a fact, right? When the DEA were coming up with the schedules for all the most dangerous drugs, right? It's right around the turn of the century, and America got their senses together and said, hey, maybe we shouldn't be putting cocaine and heroin in children's cough drops, right? So they created a schedule. Schedule 1 is the most dangerous, craziest drugs. Cocaine, check, definitely on the list. Heroin, check, definitely on the list. And then Harry Aslinger, look it up, perfect name for such an asshole. Harry Aslinger said, well, what about weed? And they said, what about it? You talking about the plant with all the medicinal qualities? He said, listen, the Negroes and Hispanics, they smoke this weed. They create this devil music, and it makes the white girls crazy. We can't have that. Also, a lot of it's coming from Mexico. Matter of fact, start calling it marijuana. Yeah, don't call it cannabis. Call it marijuana. Why? Because marijuana sounds Mexican, and it'll scare the American public. This is facts. He actually said this. I'm paraphrasing, but he said this. So here we are 100 years later. Weed was illegalized because some asshole wanted to push this psychotic racist agenda. For no apparent reason, it's on the same list as cocaine and heroin. And it's still there for the most part. I mean, we're starting to make it, decriminalize it. But it's just crazy, man. It's wild.